Welcome to episode 6 of the Two Poms One Pod football podcast featuring myself, Colin Brennan, and Michael McLeod. Alright, okay, cool. Episode 6. Talk about current game week. What are we on? We're in game week 4?
Yeah,
Game
because
week
it's
4.
fourth
we are.
game.
And there have been some good games this week. We've got some good ones coming up. And also, as we were just talking about, with Champions League coming up tomorrow after this recording. Tomorrow?
In the morning.
In the morning.
First
Yeah,
thing
correct.
in the morning.
So Tuesday, it's Tuesday night. Tuesday night?
Yeah.
Tuesday night in
Wednesday morning.
Europe. Yeah.
Tuesday
correct.
night.
Sorry, yeah, I don't know. I've lost track of time and days and stuff. But yeah, all right, okay. So we'll just quickly we'll go over some of the games, see what some of our impressions are, and also it makes a pretty interesting change to kind of the start of the season as we're getting into the games now. You know, like this sort of game week, by sort of game week 5, by the fifth five games in, you're kind of thinking things are starting to
I still
materialise a bit more.
Do you mean like in terms of taking shape, like the table?
Maybe not.
I think
maybe,
that still takes
I think more materialise in taking shape. The teams are taking shape. As in, you can better
Finding the
see,
feet a bit.
like for example, just quickly jump on Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool lost to Man City. What was it, 5-0? Now, up until now, Man City have looked pretty average. They've looked good, a lot of attacking, but you know, still nothing special. Still kind of looking like a bit disillusioned almost, I feel. Whereas Liverpool up till now, even though everyone knows, and we've talked about it in previous pods, shite fucking defence, which clearly you can see there, have actually looked pretty good, like attacking wise, even more attacking, especially with Salah coming in, and even more. But it goes to show, like, you know, a loss like that is, they lost to a great team, Man City, but they lost fucking horrifically. And they got a red card, but it was a deserved red card. But I mean, like, even then, before then, I disagree with the post manager. Klopp said up till City scored that it was even. Like, from what I watched and also from highlights afterwards, I looked pretty like City were in pretty good control. I would have said City were the ones that were going to score. I thought.
The thing is,
Liverpool are attacking no matter what.
Yeah,
like, they look attacking. That doesn't mean they're going to win.
Yeah, but the thing to remember, I think, is in terms of, like, Klopp's obviously speaking from tactical point of view. So maybe his game plan was working. It's not a possession-based thing with him.
No.
It really is just kind of getting, you know.
I mean, he's got a great team for it. It's just as we were talking about. Like, they literally didn't reinforce the defence, and they stuck with their two keepers. I mean, fair enough. We were talking about Mignolet. Like, he's getting better and better. Like, fair enough. Don't change him out. You've got the other keeper that seems to sometimes be good and sometimes be shite. That he's Norwegian or Swedish. Oh, you know, the other bloke.
Similar to not Klavan, but
something like that. You're right. So that's Klavan's a defender, isn't he? But yeah, the Liverpool defence is just poor. Like I said, I never see Lovren.
Clarius or some shit.
Yeah, Clarius. That's it. Clarius.
Is it something like that?
Yeah, that's it. Correct. Like, I never see Lovren. The other bloke, Klavan, who they've got. I mean, he was shite in this game, and he's meant to be their best defender. And you know what? Sometimes he looks okay, if that. And they just have a non-existent. And their wing backs, Moreno and the other one, they're just shocking defensive wise. Like, they just really just all fall apart. And then what's going to hold them together in the middle? What, fucking Henderson? I'm still not convinced by him anyway. So.
The thing is, they didn't shore up their defence at all. And you know, when you play a really decent team that's on form like City. Mm-hmm. They were exposed and they paid for it, and realistically they could have lost that game by 8. I think there's at least 2 goals that City had, you know, disallowed for offside. Correctly so, but you know, that shows that Liverpool got those weaknesses there. I mean, they should have bit the bullet and fucking spent out. I mean, they got the money. They've agreed to pay. Was it, I don't know, 70 million on Keita? Yeah. Apparently that midfielder.
Yeah, and they still got Coutinho.
They should have spent all of that and got fucking Van Dijk this season.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not even like, I think they needed to go, whether it was to Italy or France or Spain, and buy a top class defender. Just fucking do it. Go get some fucking £60 million fucking defender. Just do it. Get a centre back that's going to just completely stick his fucking foot in the ground. That match would have been so different if they had one centre-back who kind of knew what he was doing, could have prevented 1 or 2 of those goals. And, I mean, to be honest, them losing by 3-0 is better than them losing by 5. Like, you know, it takes more than one player, but they needed
The thing is, though, the whole, like, defensively, their whole defence, they're not very. They're
No,
not great.
no, and
Like,
I mean,
Matip looks okay.
But yeah, that's it,
That's
Matip.
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And I mean, I tell you, like Klopp when he was in Bundesliga with Borussia, like they weren't like a super defensive team, but I mean, they were very attacking based, but they could defend. And yes, they had great defenders like Max Hummels, and they had a few other like, in fact, guys that are still there that are great. But I mean, they had a good defense. Like so, yes, he does have an attacking sort of
Style of
mythos, like kind of style.
Heavy
but
metal
but that
football.
doesn't mean that he can't defend.
what
But
he
it
called
just
it.
seems like almost whether it's him or the board, like it's just they have just decided internally that the defense really takes a back foot. It's like they were just completely concerned with just keeping Coutinho. Coutinho doesn't play fucking centre back.
Nah, like
That's what you fucking need.
yeah, but all they're interested is, I think, if they score more goals than they concede and like win games that way,
Yeah, but
I think he's happy.
Yeah,
But,
that's
you know,
true. But that's never
fair
going to win you the
enough,
league. That's never going to win you the league.
Well, he won Leicester the league.
But yeah, well, I know. But okay, of course it can. Of course, win you the league.
I know what you
Everyone
mean,
else can
like-
play shit. If everyone
Yeah.
else plays fucking shite and falls away, then yeah, anything can win you the league. But you know what I mean. Generally, what's the one trait that across the board most people tend to agree that you see it in a winning Premier League team? You grind out the shit hard games, and whether that's a hard game against Burnley or whether that's a hard game against City. You grind out the games where you're not playing well or the other team is playing magnificently and you still win 1-0 or you still win 2-1. Like that to me, and I think across the board, a lot of pundits and writers do see, like, you know, it tends to be one of the, it's obviously not the only trait, but one of the most important traits, and I mean, I agree with that, is that you can grind out, you win the games where you still don't play well. You
Yeah.
grind them out.
But you know, it starts with the defence and they were shit.
Yeah, and Liverpool's never going to do that. And yes, they could win it, or they could trip up and not do it. So...
Yeah, it was shit. It's a competition between them and Arsenal at the moment.
Shit, it's
between
top 14.
who's-
Yeah. Top 16,
yeah,
top
like
5.
the worst defence, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Arsenal...
I'd say Liverpool probably
I'd say Liverpool's
just. I'd say just. Their
yeah,
defence is
that's
just
that's
worse.
because Koscielny, like, as much as shit we give Arsenal, like, Koscielny is the one reason that I think Arsenal probably hasn't completely, like, over the last few games, like, lost more than like 3-0, 4-0. Like, you know, Koscielny is a really decent defender. I don't like saying it, but he is.
No, on his day, he is, yeah.
And I mean, even not on his day, I think he's at least he's better than all of fucking Liverpool's defence.
Yeah.
You know, and thankfully for Arsenal, he tends to play. I know Arsenal fans like him, and I know.
And they got check and goals. Well.
Look, and yeah, they got check. Obviously, they got to go. I mean, like, you know, he's past his prime, but he's still very, very, very good, and you know, lots of clubs will take him. So. Yeah, definitely Arsenal have a better defence. But I mean, it didn't even matter, to be honest. Arsenal didn't need a great defence to stop them from scoring. They just fucking passed around them, battered them. So, like, it's, you know, it's, you know, like previously. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's Liverpool are an interesting one because I do think they're going to go. I thought potentially they were going to go all the way to sort of Christmas, like playing like really well, like really attacking. And this Man City loss doesn't necessarily change that. That could still happen. In fact, you know, it could make Klopp kind of change
Toughen
things
them
up.
up
I
a
don't know, but I kind of saw them doing that whole Christmas and then whether it be injury or the fact that you just can't maintain a whole season, just scoring a fuckload of goals but also letting them in. I saw them kind of falling apart after that. But you never know, maybe this is a sign that actually the past few games aren't a good indicator. But we are super early in the season.
Yeah, we're only 4 games in.
Yep.
But I think, yeah, I mean, you got to start from the back. Consistency, obviously, is key. And I think just the signs at the moment, it's going to be City, United, Chelsea and Tottenham are going to be that top 4.
Yeah, totally.
There's no... I
Yeah,
can't
no, I agree with
see
you.
any other fucking way. I don't know how that's gonna like.
I don't know. I think when we did the prediction thing, I think I put Liverpool in 4th, and that's because I thought, you know, they'd come through and they'd get ahead of Arsenal, they
might finish ahead of Arsenal.
And I thought City maybe potentially would fall away, but to be honest, if they come together, it's taken him a whole season. Maybe that's what he required. Maybe I've underestimated Pep. But to be honest, I'm going off what I've seen. And I know this game, he was amazing, but also, like, not he was amazing, but Man City were amazing against them. Yeah, maybe Pep's going to put it through. I still see City as like just fucking throw as many goddamn good attack as you can up front, and it will work to an extent, but with obviously a bit more structure than, for example, Liverpool, because they've just got a better team overall. They've got midfielders that can play defensively, and they've got defenders. But
I still think that City, when they come up against teams that are maybe a bit more, well, I don't know, for example, like Tottenham and Chelsea.
Yep.
I think City will have a big problem. Playing us.
I don't see City. I don't see City winning.
But United, I think actually Mourinho probably has a better sense of how to change his game plans.
I think United.
Pep's a bit more stubborn. He's kind of similar. He's actually probably similar to like how Pochettino is. He's kind of like, look, this is the way we play, and we'll kind of try and impose it.
Figure it out, yeah.
Whereas Conte is probably the opposite. He'll change up.
Do you think bringing in all these kind of attacking players and almost like a heavy, a weighted, I don't know, scale, like there was a scale like City or like Liverpool, they're quite heavy down the attacking. Do you not think that could potentially that could be what is disrupting Pep, in the sense that he's trying to play with these fantastic players up front, but almost trying to cram them all in, it's maybe, I don't know, and I'm not a fucking manager, and I'm not a tactical genius whatsoever or anything, and I don't know how that would affect the club, but I almost see City kind of crumbling under its own kind of weight in a way. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I mean, if you're trying to, when you spend X amount of money, then you have to find a way to fit everyone into the same team.
Yeah, and not only that, the players are fucking good. They're getting good players.
They've got an amazing. Look, City have got a really good squad. Along with, if they juggle it correctly, then they could do really well this season. I think in the Champions League.
I think squad-wise, brilliant depth. I just think that sometimes it's almost like I see Pep like juggling one too many balls kind of thing up front. That's what I think, and then I think that potentially is why we haven't seen a coherent, kind of consistent City team.
Yeah. And
I only see the signings that have occurred just now to only add to that. I know this is on the back of an amazing win by them, but up to this game, to me, they've looked average.
They've been average.
United have been much better. United are the team where I think hopefully Chelsea will win the league. I think we can definitely do it, but I think United are the biggest obstacle. And I think it's not the whole Mourinho second season thing, but it's the whole, United are bloody good.
They did. Like those first 3 games, obviously they didn't concede a goal. They scored 10 goals in 3 games.
Wow, yeah, it's a good.
Recently, obviously, they drew 2 against Stoke.
Yeah, that's just correct.
I said to you, I watching that.
Yeah.
Lukaku there were easily two chances that he should have scored
a couple of times more, and
he didn't. And I think essentially, him not scoring those or taking those chances could be the difference for United, and because you have to fucking score them.
Look, it's kind of like we were talking about earlier before we started. Like I see him. Like, he's much better than when he was with Chelsea, but he can almost be that battering ram, and that comes with a couple of things. Like, he's going to get some goals, and everyone knows that, and he's fucking getting them. You can see that. And you know what? He get them with any bloody team he got in with. However, that extra step where you need the extra little bit, sometimes he has it, and he looks brilliant. Other times he loses, and it's just not there, and you actually don't see him. But he'll still score a goal. That's why he can play at United. However, you're right, wanting to win the league, and also potentially be the best striker in the league, like, compete against Harry Kane, and then potentially others like Morata coming up and stuff, but really competing against Harry Kane. Difference is Harry Kane, maybe not in the first quarter of the season, but in the other 3 quarters of the season, he's fucking going to get the goals. And he'll rarely fuck up. He'll rarely miss chances and opportunities.
Yeah, those chances.
And he'll get them where Lukaku wouldn't. Right now, all the time. Now, Lukaku is going to get better, and he's consistently getting better. And not only that, Ibrahimovic is obviously back. I know he's injured for 6 months, but he's going to be training. I'm sure that's going to help Lukaku. And the season with Mourinho is going to help Lukaku. Like the whole, Mourinho forged Drogba into the greatest fucking, in my opinion, one of the greatest strikers Premier League's ever seen. And that was him, despite the fact Mourinho is a sit back, defend kind of sometimes, a bit more of a defensive kind of shell manager. He can still do that because you need a good bloody striker. If anything, Mourinho needs a good striker more than anyone. Because, he needs that battering ram. It's just, you're right, he doesn't have that finesse yet. But he could develop that over the season, still. Or it may never happen. He may always be that one step away from Drogba. Like, you know, not to
Yeah.
not
Who
not
knows,
to be
we'll-
weird comparing against Drogba because you know, like obviously they're both black guys and stuff, but not that. And it's not, and they're both similar build and everything. But it's not that. It's more they you know they do place. They did like especially when Lukaku was coming up, he always said like, "Oh, Drogba's my idol" and stuff. And when he was at Chelsea when he was younger and stuff, and you know, and they play similar in the sense that similar build and stuff. And he can hold the ball up and he can turn and run and do you know all sorts of different shit.
He's improved, I think.
It's just
he
how
does.
much can he
Yeah,
improve?
like he needs to improve this season.
He does.
But
He does. If they want to win, I think if they win the league, it would be because his game goes
Stepped
from
up.
great to fucking top notch.
yeah, definitely.
I think that would win them the league, 100%. I mean, obviously, yeah. Just quickly touching on that, obviously, yeah, they drew with Stoke. Stoke looked good. Like they look pretty stokey. They still don't look like. There's that new. I don't know. Is he a striker or he's a forward? That player, that new player, I've forgotten his name.
His fucking name.
Yeah, he's got a funny name. He's for a name, and he looked great. He got a goal, and he was
got two goals.
Did he get both of them?
Got both of them.
I thought he got an assist. But anyway, he was all over the shop in a good way up front.
He looked good. Stoke looked alright.
I mean, he's a replacement
Stoke,
to Anaswich or something. Like, oh no, sorry, no.
I don't know if they brought him in this summer or if they actually had him before.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think maybe he was injured or something.
It'd be good if they came up and
Who cares? It's fucking Stoke.
I don't even believe. Yeah, true. I don't even believe Stoke. I can't imagine what Stoke youth team would be like. I just imagine like loads of really big white northern lads.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay, quickly, just moving on to the Arsenal game. Arsenal beat Bournemouth 3-0.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah. Bournemouth look pretty shitty.
They've started,
defensively,
especially
and the whole defense midfield wise, looked like Defoe didn't get much of anything except one chance, which hit the post.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now it's like I don't know. Arsenal were at home. They had they had like a full strength.
Yeah, and they're
team,
just
whatever,
even with Arsenal
there's no
imploding.
injuries. Bournemouth have started the season very poorly.
Yeah, below
defensively,
average, yeah.
They look fucking worse than last season.
Yeah, but
they
once again,
it's not clicking for them yet. It's going to take them a while to start off. So
but they've got a few new signings in, some younger players too. Right. And I think you're right. It will take time for them to click, but I think it will happen. Bournemouth held on pretty well the last couple of seasons, and I think they'll do the same. And like I said, always say I like Eddie Howe, and I think they are a bogey team. Like I actually thought they were going to beat Arsenal, not because or like draw or something like but they didn't. But they are like one of the bottom teams in the Premier League, totally. But I think
they'll probably do enough to stay up, but they don't look that great.
Yeah, totally. And I think they'll do the odd upset. I just always see them doing that. So I don't like going to Bournemouth. So,
but now that result doesn't surprise me. Arsenal fans will love it, but they're fucking.
I don't know. Like I think there would have been a lot of bets on a draw there or a loss for Arsenal, still following their sort of implosion.
The Arsenal are still gonna. Who have they got next?
Of course,
who have they got next?
Who have Arsenal got next? Let me check. Yeah, this is me checking the online systems.
The really super advanced
Chelsea at
systems
Stamford Bridge.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh fucking yes.
So
ideally a draw, but as long as Arsenal lose, that'd be good. So.
Ideally a win, of course.
Now to be fair, I'd be really happy if you.
Yeah, I mean anything next year that happens at Arsenal is great.
Fuck, that's at the Bridge.
Yeah, that's on Sunday the 17th. It's a 1:00 game, 1:30. So be like midnight here or whatever. So that'd be good. But yes, anyways, we'll see with Arsenal. That'll be a good one.
Although Arsenal, they're a bit of a bogey team.
Yeah, they are. Especially like with us, like they can sometimes. Well, they battered off last season 3-0, but then we turn around, and that's when we made the change. Came back and won the fucking league. So thanks to them. But look, I mean, I could see us coming in. Yeah, look, I mean, it's always one of those things where it's just like we'll be beating
game,
them like fucking 2-1. And then like David Luiz will like fucking boot the ball out, it'll come back, and then Drew will just like fucking head it in or something.
Probably.
And I'll just fucking punch the TV. Like it's yeah. Look, I mean, I think we'll beat them. So it's at the Bridge. If it was at, I think potentially bogey-ish if at the Emirates. So, but that's different. So, but yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Anyways, on to the next game. Brighton 3-1.
Good for them.
West Brom. We saw that.
Brighton.
That was really good. Gross scored.
Gross did.
He scored 2 goals? Not 3. He didn't get a hat trick.
Now the first one was deflection, but I think it still counts as his.
Yeah, no, it was his. Yeah.
And then the second one was that one from outside the box that kind of crept past Foster. No, good on him. That was really good. Yeah. Really good result for them.
Yeah, no,
they would due it. From like it looked.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we've talked about previously. Look, they look pretty. Not shit. They've been below average. Like
they hadn't scored yet.
They haven't scored yet. Yeah, they've been below average. Like, and they looked like I think like I talked about last time. They looked like I think I used the word unit to describe them. They did look like a unit. They look like a but not necessarily in like a super well oiled, amazing special operations team unit. More like a they're there. You can see what they're doing. They're just kind of there. And
the thing that
they took it up a game, and they actually I mean West Brom are a good team now.
No, West Brom are a really decent side away from home as well. They are improving. I don't think they're they're a good team. Yeah. They look better than last season.
But Brighton were good.
They addressed their issues. They got 3 goals, so that's good for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think what Chris Hughton needs to do with them is game by game, they just need to learn. Yeah. So whether they get a good result or a bad result, they need to learn from each performance. And in that game, it looked like they have.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good win for them, man.
Look, at home to West Brom, teams like West Brom, fucking Stoke, obviously all the newly promoted teams, they need to be getting maximum points for a chance to stay up. So they did the job.
I mean, I bet they would have been happy right now, and at the start of the season, trying to figure out their footing, they would have been happy with a draw.
It'll take time. I mean, Huddersfield hit the ground running.
Yeah,
but then they lost.
Yeah,
and you never know. They might lose the next 5 games.
You've got to be so careful.
You have no idea.
All you can hope for is some form of consistency, even if it's draws. But throw the odd win in there. That is enough to keep you up, because you have teams like Crystal Palace who will fucking shoot themselves in the foot over and over again. There will be teams that do that. Don't be one of those teams. Moving on. Everton at home lost 3-0 to Tottenham. Good game. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, it was fucking good.
Obviously, I saw the highlights.
It looked good.
Kane scored. Huh?
Yes.
Just scored in the league. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fucking good. No, it was, to be fair...
Your curse is gone. You've overthrown it. Now you don't need to worry about it for another 9 months.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Kane said. It was like... He's like,
So this is what he said?
He's like, I don't need to worry about it for another year or something.
That's good.
But no, it's... look, to be fair, like I said, tactically... Everton made it easier for us because every team, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Chelsea, all of them made it difficult for us to play because they defended so deep. And then we were pressing so high, but we didn't have any space necessarily. We had to be really patient. Everton did the fucking opposite. They tried to play football. You know, and they doing that, they gave us way more room to pass, to move. You know, a 3-0 is a fair result of, reflection on the game. We could have had, maybe 5, to be fair. Yeah. I'm not saying we probably looked as good as I'd seen us in the previous 3 games. It was just Everton's tactics made it easier for us.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with how we played.
What I read and what I saw definitely seemed that way. Like it wasn't Everton was shocking or anything, but they were they certainly were there, and Rooney definitely wasn't there mentally. Maybe because you know why. Obviously Rooney has some personal crisis at the moment with cheating on his wife and all that stuff. So
cheating on his
missus. I mean, like he was there. And it was, but he wasn't really there, kind of thing.
I didn't even fucking notice him.
He wasn't really there. But he was there, but he wasn't.
He was there, but he wasn't. It was a really good performance, and I can see I was really happy with Davinson Sanchez made his debut.
Yes, and
didn't have an awful lot to worry about, but he looked. First game in the Premier League, he looked pretty good. And
the other fellow, Ben Davis, you said was doing really well.
Ben Davis, he was amazing.
So he's the one that's playing where Danny Rose plays normally on the left, yeah?
Well, because he's actually, he's been playing he played for more than half of last season anyway.
Mm-hmm. But Danny Rose got injured, yeah.
But he's just improved. He's really, really improved.
When is Danny Rose
so back? Good. I think he's back to full training soon.
When's he expected back? Is it like Christmas?
I don't know. We'll be back before Christmas.
Before? Okay.
Yeah, like maybe... I don't know. I probably not September. Maybe next month we'll be back.
That'd be good. It'll be
and it's funny because we started... Fucking Sissoko played in the centre midfield. Like with Dyer.
That's interesting.
strange one. But to be
Was
fair,
that okay? Did you not like hate Sissoko for once?
he was the best. There's probably the best that I've seen him play. It wasn't amazing.
I mean, what's
but
his
it's the best
natural
that we've seen
position?
him
Like,
play. I don't know.
I thought
Fucking
at one point he
wing.
was a striker. Like at some point, like with
He
Newcastle, I
he
think.
can play anywhere in midfield
Because
in the
he's
same
so below average everywhere. That's why.
in the same sense that
He's
he
actually
can't
so
play
crap
anywhere.
at this point that like he probably could you should put him in goal. Probably better.
Look, I'm surprised we didn't sell him, but to be fair, like
Who's gonna fucking buy him?
he actually did quite well against Everton. I was quite impressed.
You can
so-
sell him to like a fucking Bournemouth.
No, the only reasoning that I can think that he started is Pochettino's got an eye on the Dortmund game,
Yeah.
and I think we rested Dembele for that.
Right.
He did come on second half Dembele, but only for a bit of a run
It's an
out.
important game,
So-
obviously with Champions League coming
Yeah.
up. We'll touch on that briefly.
I know. I think that's the thing. I think is Pochettino this season, and he was.
Because you guys got absolutely battered last season.
Yeah,
in
we were
Champions League.
terrible.
Yeah.
But like he was criticised, and I think it's fair criticism.
Yeah, fair
because-
enough. Inexperienced.
Well, no, because last season Pochettino, the squad rotation we basically were putting out weakened sides
you
for the
fucked it up a
Champions
bit.
League.
Yeah, most people agreed that.
So,
it was, yeah.
but that comes down to obviously your priority.
Yeah.
So
And
our
also-
priority was the league, and that's
And
lots of
experience as
teams
well.
are like
Like,
that
you
as
know,
well.
he's a relatively young manager considering, and also like
Yeah,
he
he's a
hasn't
young
been in this
manager.
position for. I mean, he's fortunate to be in a position now where 2 seasons in a row he's had to deal with Champions League. Like you learn from that.
yeah. So I
You
do
learn
think
from
that we will rotate the squad better than we did.
Yeah, I think
and
it's worth putting better players into it.
But we've also we've sold a couple players, but we've improved our squad. We've got a bit better depth of squad.
yeah.
And maybe not enough to like. I
Yeah,
don't know,
I mean the
really
only
challenge
position,
for the
like,
Champions
obviously
League,
you're right. Who have you got playing on the right? Then
Trippier started.
Trippier, and overall, like you wouldn't say like it's not an improvement over Kyle Walker. He's better defensively. But,
Yeah.
like I think was that the only position where I mean, would you look? I know he's really. I know you sing his praises and stuff, but like let's say January or end of the season, would you be looking at potentially getting getting a better right back?
Well, we've got yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, no, that's.
So
right,
we've got
actually.
him. So I think.
Well, there we go then. Actually, so you do bring forward that position.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Well, like, that's-
Aurea. Just to be clear, you're talking about Aurea. I'm pretty sure.
Aurea.
But yeah,
Fucking
Mike
I'm
says
never
Mike
gonna-
says Ouya.
I'm
but,
never gonna
But
know
I
how
like
to pronounce
Ouya.
his name.
Ouya's good. Ouya.
I'm always just gonna say yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what
pretty
I
sure
mean.
it's Serge Aurea.
Aurea.
Yeah.
Aurea.
It's French. It's definitely Aurea.
Aurea.
Aurea. No wait, no, that sounded Japanese.
I was gonna do it in a French accent, but it sounded like Sylvester
Aurea.
Stallone.
Aurea. Je m'appelle Aurea. Yeah, there we go. That'll be it.
That was better.
Yeah,
that was
thanks.
good. Well done.
Thanks.
That sounded
I
sexy.
did French for like 3 years at
I
school.
did French for like 3 minutes.
3
just
minutes. That was like the best French one
Um,
ever was.
Yeah, so I think we will rotate better, and we've
Yeah.
got a bit of a better score for it.
Yeah,
But
and,
yeah,
and I
overall,
think
I really
experience.
happy with the
I think Pochettino have. I mean, experience the battering, but experience nonetheless. Like,
Oh, you learn from it, don't you? Like,
yeah, of course you fucking do. Yeah, I mean, it's
You know?
it's not hardly any managers get to go to the Champions League, mate. Like qualifiers, it's a big fucking thing. It's a big step up.
Well, yeah, like I don't know. Like last season, that's why I'm happy this season that we've got a difficult group. Because, like, fuck it, if we're going to go out, let's go out
That's
against
like
decent
happy.
sides, you know?
You're happy because you've got a positive spin on it, which is true and that's good. But like in reality, it'd be well better if like you had a fucking like shit.
I tell you what, genuinely after last season,
Yeah.
like, my opinion of it was, I just wanted to get like decent fucking
You want to
teams.
get at least one good game against a good team
We've
to be
got
like,
fucking
well,
Real
yeah,
Madrid,
we can do this. Okay.
You know, so, like, I mean, it sucks we're not back in England.
I
But,
would focus on beating Borussia Dortmund.
well, yeah, because we're playing on Wednesday.
That's the team.
But now, fuck it, like, if we beat Real Madrid, how
Yeah.
fucking great is that going to be?
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Fuck, oh my god! Imagine if Kane like scored a hat trick against Real Madrid and like Ronaldo's
Oh, no,
crying and
I
saying,
can't wait. I'm really
It'd be
looking forward to
amazing.
that, so...
I mean, like.
So, yeah, I'm really happy.
Honestly,
Honestly, I'm not even like, if we could make it out of the group, it would be great. If we don't, like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just happy that we're getting to play some fucking decent teams.
All right, so just moving on to the next game, Leicester, Chelsea. Chelsea won 2-1. Good game. Leicester got a penalty. They got the one. I mean, look, we deserved the win. I think Leicester played really well though. But honestly, I mean, I think we could have had a couple more.
It looked like a professional performance.
Yeah, it was professional for what from both teams in a way. Like, yeah, I mean,
I mean, professional for Leicester
For
to what they
Leicester's-
expect now.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
professional for you guys to get an away result. You know, getting away.
yeah, I mean, look, we deserved the win. I mean, some of the post-match talk was like, "Oh, look, you know, it could have gone either way." I mean, yeah, of course, it could
Could
go
have,
either
but
way.
it
But
didn't,
honestly, I saw us winning. We were playing better. Yeah, it was a penalty that they got. I think we could have got a couple more goals. It's down to us once again trying to be a little bit more clinical once again. Like, you know, we're getting 2 goals where in matches where really we honestly should be getting 4. I know it sounds funny, but like we've got the attacking prowess there. We just need to be more clinical. Good result. Kante scored the 2nd goal. Absolutely great. They were fucking booing him. I heard it when we were watching it. The Leicester fans, they were booing.
They?
I mean, not Drinkwater. He was on the bench, but Kante, when he got the ball, 10 seconds, like, came to him, and just before he scored, about 5 seconds, fucking booing, and then he scored.
Shit. Did he
Why
celebrate
the fuck
when he
they're
scored?
booing him? He did, like, you know, he did a minor celebrate. It wasn't like one of the ones where they don't celebrate, but he celebrated. He went, but like, you know, he didn't go crazy. And even at the end when he was talking, he said like, "Oh, look, you know, like, it's a team I used to play for, so I try not to celebrate too much, but also, you know, I want to celebrate with my team," kind of thing. And it was like, oh yeah, fair enough. But yeah, they fucking booed him before he scored, and then he scored. Weird. Why the fuck are they booing him? It's a season and a half later. I know he just like left immediately for money, but like, well, it wasn't for money, but like, you know, he got money. He went up a team, and you know, guess what? He went up and won the fucking league next season with a different team, and he's playing in the Champions League. Like, can you blame him? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Look
I
at you
think
now.
I don't reckon it's all Leicester fans. I think maybe it's just a selection.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it wasn't huge booing. Like, it wasn't like, you know, when you hear like the whole
They're probably
stadium.
just.
But,
they're
it was
probably
like,
more pissed off with Drinkwater fucking off.
Yeah, but then should they be like? I don't know.
I don't know. If you're a Leicester fan, like, you're probably like a little bit like.
I mean, you're probably butthurt because players are leaving, but guess what? Like,
look, the problem with Leicester,
you're not a fucking top 6
No,
team.
that's the thing. Is like with Leicester, it was.
Have they got their mentality
it
now?
was
Like,
an anomaly. The
Yes.
fact that they won the league.
And are those
And
fans
they
people that
enjoyed
don't
it.
realise
They
that?
enjoyed it
Like,
at the time, but maybe
they're butthurt. It's not.
But then your expectations get higher.
It's never going to come. It's never going to happen again. If you're listening, I'm sorry, Leicester fans. It's never fucking happening again.
No.
So, yeah. Anyways, you got Vardy. You know.
Yeah,
he's
they're still
racist.
a party.
It's all good. But yeah, anyways, look, professional football. Look, Leicester played well. Chelsea played better. That was it. Yeah, exciting. Marasha scored again. My boy. So that's good. Happy with that. He's not only that. He's got assists. He's getting assists and he's getting headers and goals, and he's just great. So I'm happy with him. His movement's brilliant, and he's gotten straight into the Premier League.
Yeah, it looks like he's just.
That's it, mate. And he's only going to get better. So that's what we need. Different type of striker. That's what we need.
I do think he will continue to improve.
So,
Yeah, he looks like the real deal.
Yeah, he is. He really is. I think
Like,
it could have gone either way. You know, it could have taken a while. You know, we've had strikers before that have completely flopped. I don't think. I was concerned.
Who was that one that you bought before? Was meant to be really good. Kesman.
Was it Kesman? Well, when we got Shevchenko, he was great, good, but then he was never as good as he ever was.
Shevchenko, but then there was what's his first name?
Kesman. We got
Matteo. Not.
We got Deco. We got who was like
Deco's like attacking, but he's not a striker.
Yeah,
Kesman,
midfielder.
You got Kesman and
Shevchenko's the big kind of flop. I think like he did score and he hung around for a couple of seasons, but he was like, he like never did anything really. Like he did do a lot. Look, he played well, but like he was kind of. I mean, he was a flop in the sense, you know, like.
Yeah, he was.
So. And I see Shevchenko. And back then, I think we paid £50 million for him back then, and that was like fucking like.
But that could have even
ago?
been the same. You could say the same for like when you bought Torres.
Yep.
You bought a different Torres to the one that Liverpool sold.
Yeah, and you know what?
I mean?
He still helped us win a load of shit, but then he kind of went
did, but
and turned it off.
But
we never got Torres we wanted, which was the, you know, yeah.
You got that injury, lost the yard of pace, and never got it back.
And he just fucking, and his game didn't change properly. But then, like, and now he's different. He's just not as good. But like, I mean, look, he scored some really fucking important goals for Chelsea, and really really famous ones as well. And we love Torres, but yeah, we didn't get the Torres we obviously thought we were paying for.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was strange, like.
It was strange.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, there are strange things do happen in football. That's why there's like, you know, some people say like, no, that would never happen. But, you know, like even Rooney's back at Everton and shit, you know, it's just like weird things can happen. Maybe that one was more predictable though, but yeah, still. All right, moving on. Southampton lost 2-0 to Watford. Watford away. Watford are good. I like Watford. Watford.
They're looking good.
They
They're
always
looking really
sort of
good.
seem to puzzle together a victory with goals from the random selection of random players they decide to play on that night.
Players that you've never heard of.
You know what? It fucking works. And whatever random manager they have in at that point, which the current guy, that Marco Silva.
I think they could keep him.
He's good,
for
man.
a
I
little
think
bit.
I think they can keep him. Well, like we were talking before, I liked the manager before. I've forgotten his name now. He's also a musician. His dad was a musician and stuff, and he like, I don't know, a famous musician or some shit. And
So Elton John, did he manage them?
No,
Elton John?
Elton John.
Yeah.
Elton John.
He's a musician.
The father of an Argentinian sort of Portuguese guy. I don't think so.
He supports Watford as well.
Yeah, you're right. It must be.
So it must have been Elton.
Yeah, you're right.
He was a good manager.
Basically,
for a
we
little
had
bit.
an Argentinian Elton John manager.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember his fucking name, but the last, you know what I'm talking about. The last
I know
manager.
what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, he was great. And then at the end of the season, he was just like, before the end of the season, he said like, do you remember they were like, oh yeah, look, I'm not staying on. Because they had disagreements with the board, but he stayed on. But he played the last 5-6 games, and then that was
because
it.
there was a bit more about it, and Watford, like their chairman or whatever, like they actually kind of spoke about it, and they said, look, like we've got a model.
Different vision.
They've got a model there, so essentially, they want to bring a manager in, and they want the manager to kind of fit that model and stuff, and they're going to buy X amount of players, and they just want to stabilise themselves as a Premier League.
Which I think they're doing. They're well.
So that's the problem. Is like if you're a manager that's going there and you're like, oh, I want to,
I want another project kind of thing.
Yeah,
that you
like
can start. Yeah.
for example, if you were like, I don't know, like the Boer or the Boer,
De Boer, yeah,
De
Frank De
Boer,
Boer.
fucking name. If it was like him coming in, he's the complete wrong kind of manager for them because he wants to build up his style of football. He wants to bring in his own players and da 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 da. Watford don't want that. They just want a manager that's going to come in.
Definitely.
Give the manager all these fucking players, whatever, and you do the job. That's it. Like, you know, sort it out.
Yeah, definitely. Well, just quickly touching on that then. I mean, good victory for Watford. Touching on the judges' chance of the Burnley beating Palace 1-0. And then after that, just quickly touch the board being sacked. Which is interesting because I've since found out that they've...
First casualty.
They've actually come out and said that the decision to actually sack him was made before that game. And actually, they've come out and said that, like, the chair they were talking about it, like, they've come out, the owners, like, this is legit, like, they've come out and like, BBC have reported on it and everything. Essentially, so he's been sacked after 77 days in control. They were considering replacing him 2 weeks before. He was actually, basically, he met with Steve Parish and the sport director, Dougie Freeman, on the 28th of August. And just after that meeting, they made contact with manager Roy Hodgson and a couple other potential replacements, and they were organising that. And they weren't able to get anything organised before the match to take over at Selhurst Park. He was expected to be sacked before Sunday's trip to Burnley, although they couldn't materialise the replacement in time and all of that signed off in time. And then there were signs of encouragement, but in the match. Because apparently Palace, by all means, should have won that match.
Yeah,
they had every chance under the sun, and actually, maybe finally, was starting to get De Boer's different kind of style of football. And you know what? Palace went out and said when they hired De Boer, they knew what they were getting, and they went out and they said, "Look, we want to change the style up, see what happens." And they just couldn't hold on. They should have. I can't believe they didn't. I can't believe they sacked him.
I can't
so quickly.
No,
how can a man implement a completely new format and image and style of football in fucking 4 games?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, they didn't score. They haven't scored in 4 games.
But you know what? Like this game, funnily enough, this game even showed it. Like I know they didn't score, but this game they legitimately. It was unlucky they did not win, and not only that, they actually looked better, and they looked like they could have scored like fucking like I think it was like. I saw at least 3 or 4 goals. They definitely could have scored. Like they were really unlucky in finishing.
I think,
and I think that's the sign of stop. Look, how can you sack a man after 77 days?
Yeah, but like look, we've seen this in football like time and time again. Like managers don't get given enough time. I think. Yeah, but look, I think he should. I think
it's happened again. Yeah.
Look, I think he should have been given maybe like kind of 10-game mark.
Yeah,
kind of see where they were
exactly
after 10 games.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, in the modern game, like. They didn't score a fucking goal in 4 games. Yes, they lost 4 games. But
actually, at the same time, mind you say that, but I think the other way around. It's only 4 games.
No, do you know what though? Fucking Palace. It's their fault They should have just
They fucking rock the boat all the time. Like,
they shouldn't have done it. They should have brought fucking Hodgson in.
Yeah,
straight
so
away.
Surely
they should have
they've
brought in that
committed
kind
to
of
a
manager.
different kind of image, like a different style of football. Fuck it, it's not going to take. It's going to take more than 4 days, man.
No,
You've got to have a bit more
I'll tell you
courage. They should have had some fucking courage and not been fucking like.
No, a team that's done it well.
Yeah.
That's done it quite well, is Stoke. Because they had Tony Pulis for ages.
Yeah, and then
obviously they don't play.
Change the spark,
didn't play great football.
Yeah.
But what Tony Pulis did was stabilise them essentially as Stoke were like a Premier League club.
Yeah.
They were a consistent Premier League club. Then that's when they brought in
Mark Hughes
in
an attempt to be a little bit more attacking, and he's slowly done it.
And he's slowly been doing that. Problem with Palace is they're
just fucking chopping and changing all over the place.
You know, they fucking managed to avoid relegation for like a few seasons, barely.
And they've actually got a good striker now. They've got some decent players.
Yeah, but that's the problem is they needed to stabilise themselves better with a shitter manager.
I mean, moving on to that,
the biggest problem was the fact that Allardyce left.
Yeah.
If Allardyce hadn't left,
they would have been great.
Maybe they would have planned to do this, like in 2
there were some
seasons
rumours
away.
that he was going back. It was funny.
Yeah, apparently, but he's not.
I wouldn't
he
see
fucking
that.
said he's enjoying himself too much.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Allardyce, Allardyce. I mean, what do you think about Hodgson going there? I mean, will he stabilise things out? I think Palace could definitely get relegated. Even with
Hodgson's experience and
I can see Hodgson getting
and
relegated.
the players. I think he'll keep.
I think he'll stabilise them, but
do you want to know how they're going to keep him up?
Go on.
Hodgson's going to come in. He's going to get them to defend deeper, and he's going to say, Townsend, put fucking crosses into Benteke.
Yeah.
Done. He'll get them goals. And Hodgson will shore them up defensively.
Yeah, I don't know.
And set pieces, they're going to be a threat because they've got Scott Dan, who seems to.
Well, bear in mind, Scott Dan is their only good defender.
But he's decent, so he will get them some goals.
Look, I think they've got too many.
Well, he's decent.
I think they've got too many punching. No, but what I'm saying is that I think they've got too many attacking kind of midfielders and kind of that mentality that it's going to be difficult to just go Tony Pulis style. Just I'm going to shit here and stay here. I think Tony Pulis could do it. Not that they are back there, but
no, I think Hodgson would he'd steady the ship. He would just be the perfect manager. I think he'd steady the ship. You know, fucking probably get them to play like 4-4-2.
Yeah.
You know, and they'd just be
interesting though that they were.
He needs to focus. He needs to focus on making them a difficult team to play against because they're too easy to score against at the moment. That's the biggest thing.
We'll say, look, I think they'll immediately be in a better position. I agree. However, you know, I think that he should have been. They committed to that. They should have given him more time. It's going to take more time than that, and it could have worked. I think it would have worked out with them, and it's almost a shame because the game almost like you could see, and even at the end, all the players talking, they were like, I know they're going to, of course, they're going to say this, but they were like, yeah, look, we can see it kind of coming together now. And see you later, mate. No, they've got Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Yeah, obviously, for what they were trying to do, 4 games just wasn't enough time.
Yeah.
So that's Palace's fault.
That's
but
stupid.
It seems
You're right.
like
they should have stuck with them more.
You said before, I think you said they bottled it. And the board have bottled it.
They've bottled it. Yeah.
But I mean that's just fucking.
Yeah, this Premier League. I mean, look, I know, like a manager, every manager knows that it's a dangerous job to be in. But that is ridiculous. And it's more ridiculous. I know the 4 losses, but it's more ridiculous because of the context. Yeah, I think is what I'm saying. Kind of thing, you know. It's just like, come on, man.
Look, he might have had a bit more time if they scored like at least 2.
Well, yeah. Even though they decided they obviously hadn't done it yet, maybe they would have told Hodgson to fucking wait 1 game. He probably would have go, what the fuck's he doing? But yeah. Anyways, moving on. Lastly, there's only a couple more results to look at. There was Stoke and United 2-2.
It was like
United. Mourinho would be unhappy with that. If I was a United fan, I'd be unhappy. He was talking about the Lukaku thing. He just wasn't enough.
Good point for Stoke, but if United were more clinical, then but also that fucking Jones slip. That was the second goal, the header. He was kind of moving back.
I mean, he's good, but
he's done okay. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He just fucking slipped.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
you can't afford to.
Season, so.
You can't afford to do that.
No, especially not United. We're talking about fucking Man United.
So, but I think if United look at that,
you think Mourinho won't take that though? Mourinho will be on him like a fucking hawk.
Probably, but I mean,
they'll keep him in, right? But he'll fix it.
The thing is, it's not. They're not. If I was like Mourinho, United, whatever, I wouldn't be at kind of panic stations.
No. Still,
it was a result that they probably should
have won.
got.
They'll be annoyed at
the
that.
win.
Like, they're talking about winning the league. Or,
Yeah.
we were talking about them winning the league, maybe. Obviously not.
Yeah.
It's Chelsea, but yeah, you know, like you got to win that game.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So we'll see how it goes.
we'll see. We'll see what United's the Swansea Newcastle. So Newcastle beat Swansea 1-0 away from home, and yeah, Renato Sanchez are one of the worst debuts ever. Pretty fucking shocking.
Yeah, he looks
all over the place. Not just bad, like not just average, but like bad, like losing the ball. Shit part, like just poor.
Look, he's
going to take time. I mean, he's young. He's real young. And
pressure
maybe
is always going to be
he's
on
only been there
him.
a
He's
week.
not in a great team.
He doesn't speak English.
Yeah, and it's the Premier League. Some players
Yeah.
take a bit more time. I think it's going to take time for him.
Yeah.
He didn't look that great. Boney came on as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He still looks.
that's right.
He's definitely not match fit.
No.
Tammy Abrahams or whatever had
Yeah.
a chance that he should have scored.
Yeah.
Took it around the keeper.
Yeah.
But
I, mean,
no,
I think Tammy Abraham, obviously Chelsea.
It was a
guy,
great-
he's going to score. He will score goals for them over the season. He will.
Yeah.
He just will, just because that's what he does in the championship. He was in the championship before that. He did in League One.
Now
he's
he's
just gonna do
from that game though, Swansea actually look all right. I think they're
Yeah.
going to do okay. I think they'll avoid the drop this season.
Yeah. So
Newcastle, fucking that was a great 3 points for them.
yeah,
Like,
definitely.
away
yeah.
from home against a team that you're going to be challenging around the same part of the table.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant result for them.
Yeah. No, definitely. I agree.
Yeah.
And then last result, West Ham beating Huddersfield 2-0.
Yeah, fuck, how'd they manage that?
Yeah, I don't know. Village doing almost. I thought what would have happened to De Boer was about to probably happen to him. I feel like maybe
Probably
now,
caught
maybe
himself,
maybe another couple of losses, but he's supported himself there. I can see West Ham bored. We haven't heard anything from them, but I mean he's been performing so poorly.
I just see it's probably just a lucky result.
Yeah.
Huddersfield were due, they were due a loss.
It's Huddersfield, yeah.
Yeah, alright, it's one of those. I wouldn't read too much into the result at all.
But yeah, so then that's about it. That's it for the games. Obviously, a pretty good week. We've just got some upcoming fixtures, just quickly, just some interesting ones. Obviously, we've got Chelsea Arsenal. That's probably the biggest game.
Yeah, big game.
Yeah, which I think we should win, hopefully. But you never know. It's too.
Do you have any kind of because we said about it before? If Conte has a bogey team, you've got to say it's probably Arsenal because that result last season, but also FA Cup final.
Yeah, I would say so.
Is there any concerns about it?
No, I think
Still feel pretty
I think
confident?
it's a league game. I'm confident. We look good. They've looked shit.
You're at home.
Like even we're at home. Yeah, I mean, look, if we were away, it's different. I think I'd still say if I'd put money on anything, I'd still put money on us winning. But you're right. I think I'd maybe be like,
I
maybe a bit worried.
I would.
But I think at home, I think we're gonna. I think we should mash them.
No, I'd love to see. God, if you guys could manage like another fucking 5.
Yeah, I don't think we've got it in
brilliant.
us yet because
So
we're
good.
just not scoring enough. I could see us. That's the problem. That's the worry. Will be like I see us winning like 3-1 or 3-0. Maybe a clean sheet because we're at home. But I see us winning like a 2-0. You know what I mean? Like not a 5-0. Like don't get me wrong. We do have it in us.
Hazard back.
But we're Hazard is back-ish. I don't know if he'll actually be playing. He was meant to maybe be back for the last game. He wasn't. So it'd be great if he was back. That'd be brilliant. Oh, that'd be superb. And I think honestly, Hazard just come back in and he'll immediately just get a goal. So that would change things for us. I think we still need to work out a couple of kinks just finishing wise. But I mean,
We'll get there.
To be honest,
I think
that
that
could
you'll
just
beat them.
look. I mean, we could just get bundles of goals against Arsenal. It's totally possible, and within reason. But I think we'll win. We'll win like a 2-0, something like that. 3-1, 2-0.
I'm gonna go 5-0 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like that. And other big games. I mean, we're just looking at. There was one other one. United, Everton. Be a good one.
I can see. I can't.
Yeah.
I think United will get back on track. Get the 3 points.
Yeah.
Like definitely. I think they'll get straight back to it. It'd be nice to see Everton go there and throw a fucking spanner right in the works and get 3 points there.
Yeah.
It would make it a lot more interesting. I can't see it happening though.
Yeah.
I think United.
And that's honestly about it. I mean, you're playing Swansea, Tottenham. That is.
We're at home.
Yeah. I mean, it's not Liverpool at home to Burnley. There's no other big games to be honest.
No.
So it's literally us. Obviously, we're a derby, so it's the biggest game by far. And then United games are obviously against Everton is pretty good. And then I mean,
Rooney returns.
Yeah. So we'll see what that's like. I'm sure United will win, but it'd be great if that was a game where Everton decide to pull out.
Fuck, could you imagine Rooney goes there, scores a hat-trick or something?
Oh my god, yeah. I don't see Rooney doing that, but yeah, that'd be amazing.
Fuck, you never know, that'd be sick.
That'd be amazing. And just quickly...
would he celebrate? Could you imagine him going up to the United fans and
a hat-trick he'd have to... I think by the hat-trick, he would be like, just walking around, just like, ha ha ha.
Fuck you. And just get his dick out and start like flapping in front of the fucking home fans.
Yeah, I mean...
Windmill.
Can I see him... I don't know. It's... we'll see if he even fucking plays well. It's not like he fucking played well.
No, he's shit against us.
Against you guys. But yeah, and then just quickly tomorrow, when you're hearing this podcast, I don't know, probably already happened. But yeah, Tuesday the 12th of September are the Champions League games.
Opening
Champions League. We got Juventus against Barcelona. Good fucking game. Don't know. I'm always going for Juve. I like Juve. I really like Juve. Fuck Barcelona. I hate Barcelona. So, but who knows? Barcelona are a team in transition, but Juve are not. Juve should by right, because there's been new players in Barcelona. Juve, I would say, have the 1 percentile edge on them, but it is Barcelona, they tend to beat Juventus. So even of recent. So we'll see. And then we've got Anderlecht against Bayern. Obviously, I would assume a Bayern win. We've got CSKA Moscow against Benfica. Benfica won. Then we've got PSG against Celtic. Then we've got FK Karabakh against Chelsea. Come on, you Karabakh. I don't know. Obviously, Chelsea, we should win that. We better anyway, because everyone else in our group is going to beat them. So then we've got Basel against United. They can be a bogey team. Like in Champions League groups, Basel can be a right little pain in the ass. Swiss team. And then we've got Sporting, which I assume Sporting Lisbon against Olympiacos. And then we've got Atletico against Roma, who are the other two in our group. So between them two, I mean, Atletico should win, but Roma are really good as of late, I believe.
Roma are good. They're a decent side.
They're constantly getting better. Although Milan is now obviously causing a huge AC Milan, that is causing a big upgrade and problem in the Italian league, being that they're getting much better because of the amount of I believe Chinese money just been pumped into them like mad, and they've managed to pull a player from Juve, which is absurd. That's the Champions League coming up. Should be good. We're watching that tonight. We'll report on that, sort of our expert technical analysis next week. More like just chat shit about the games.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was just one more thing I wanted to mention before we sign off.
And also, we've got Borussia Dortmund.
Oh, why have I knocked that in my list? Obviously, I just don't give a shit. No, honestly.
If you meant to do that, that's quite funny.
I think I just didn't grab that information subconsciously. I was like, fuck that game. Yes, sorry. I didn't leave that out on purpose, believe it or not.
That's right, I'm looking forward to it.
At home?
Well, Wembley.
Oh, yeah.
So not really
home now.
No. I don't want to live there, Mummy.
Too bad. One last piece of kind of news. We went over the Frank de Boer thing. Was the English Premier clubs have voted on Thursday the 6th. English Premier League clubs have voted on Thursday the 6th of September to close the 2008 transfer window. 2018, sorry. Yeah, 2008.
We're going to go back in time.
It's still open. 2018. What the fuck? They can just hire these players that have retired. And to close the 2018, basically the end of transfer window before the start of the next campaign. So
it will coincide with the start of the next season.
It will close on the last Thursday before the season starts. So it works out like the 29th or something, the 28th of the month or 29th of the month. And now that I believe 16 of the 20 clubs voted for it. The clubs that didn't were United, I think Stoke, West Ham and one other club. But basically, the arguments against it are like, other leagues have got advantages because we can't buy anymore, and the other leagues can buy our players for like another week or two after that, which is true. Yeah. But you know what? Some of the I think the Italian league have actually come out. The chairman of the Italian league's come out and said, Serie A, and said that actually they're looking to do the same thing. And so look, it's smart. Basically, the majority of the managers and the clubs were saying that the transfer shit interferes with the first couple of games and fucks around with stuff.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. So basically, the clubs will not be able to register new players after 4 p.m. on the Thursday before the season starts. Side note, the Premier League club spent a world record £1.4 billion, which is 1.8 billion US dollars or 1.5 billion euros on new players coming in.
Mental.
In the 2017 closed season window, which was a record, which every year it is, they break the record, but that is just 1.4 billion pounds on players coming in. That's not the whole gross everything players going out making. That's how much money they spent on players coming in. Incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
Stupid money.
I'm not
It's
surprised.
Ridiculous. It's gotten silly.
Oh,
but it's going to continue.
Surely
the market is just going to pop at one point. It's going to implode, and then it'll be like, buy Rooney for $5 or something.
It's not called the silly season for nothing.
No, and it's even more so now.
But in terms of that kind of rule or whatever, then to close it earlier, I think if everyone does it, I think it's a great idea because like for fuck's sake, just focus on the season. I think it will actually be more. When the season starts, everyone will be a lot more... I don't know, it's kind of like those first few games while the transfer window's still open. It's kind of almost like they're friendlies that count, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? They kind of feel a little bit like that.
We're talking about the fucking start of the
this is
season.
The start of the fucking league, yeah. So I think
if
if the window's closed, then when it starts, everyone's kind of like, right, fucking get on the best foot kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I do agree with, because it was Mourinho, I think, that said it. He said, well, if that's the case, then we are going to end all business so they won't sell anyone after that either.
Yeah. Well, because
United,
I don't know whether that's Mourinho or United, but United were one of the clubs that wanted to keep it open longer. Yeah. I don't know whether that probably has nothing to do with Mourinho.
I mean, the biggest thing, obviously, is that it will make it. You would think it's going to make it more difficult for clubs from Spain, Italy,
to
Germany,
buy
wherever,
that time,
to buy from, because what club is going to
I
sell any of their best players?
To be honest, the clubs that are saying like, but we'll get fucking screwed. Well, you don't have to sell your player, unless you've got a buyout clause, in which case, be aware that if you've got a player that's maybe going to go due to a buyout clause, it may happen. So that's the only time it may come up. You've got a player, Coutinho's got a buyout clause of 90 million, let's say, or no he doesn't, or 120 million, and they know he's going to go. So you better fucking get a player before he goes then, in case they don't buy him until the 5 days after.
I suppose though it could
tell them, buy him before, so we can have time. Otherwise we will choose, if another club comes in, which I don't know, No,
it could help for players' concentration and stuff actually, because for example, look at Sanchez.
Yeah.
Let's say with Arsenal, let's say the window's shut for England.
Yeah.
And then Bayern Munich came in and said, "Hey, we want to buy Sanchez off of you." They've got 2 weeks left on their transfer.
Yeah.
Window, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Arsenal were like, "Well, no, because he's one of our best players, and we're not going to be able to get a replacement.
Yeah.
We literally cannot. There's no.
Yeah.
There's no way we can do it
ever. Yeah.
And then if
you have to force us.
If the club say to Sanchez, "Look, we cannot get a replacement for you." When we say we're not selling you, we fucking mean it.
Yeah, because we can.
And the player has to believe it because
go.
they know that the club has nothing to do. So maybe that actually helps from that point of view, because the player would actually take the fucking club's word for it. Whereas now, all it is just fucking talk.
Yeah.
Clubs are like, "Oh, I'm not going to sell you." It's like, "Oh, I get it. Wink, wink. Not going to sell me,
not gonna sell me, eh?
Not for that price, you're not. But the right one, yeah. Wink, wink. You're going to let me go. It's like, fuck off, or we can't.
Yeah, we seriously, stop talking to me.
We're not going to sell you. So I think maybe players will just get on, fucking get on with stuff a bit more. But yeah, who knows? I think it's a good thing, probably. Although, we only tend to sign players on the last fucking day or whatever anyway, so maybe we just won't sign anyone.
That's true.
Ever again.
We'll see. I mean, it's I think good that it's passed. Yeah, sweet. I agree with it. All right. I guess that's it. Anything else you'd like to cover, Mike?
Cover my balls in butter.
Oh yeah, we can do that as soon as we end the podcast.
Yay.
Anyways, thank you all for listening. Episode 6. Be sure to check out Our Facebook group, it's just Two Poms One Pod Football Podcast. And feel free to send us an email at twopomsonepod@gmail.com.
Questions would be good.
Yeah,
Start
questions would
getting
be good. I
some
mean,
questions, we can
I
ask
said to
some
Mike,
questions.
I'll be really, really happy. Like, my day will be made. Like, we're just doing this podcast because it's just, we talk about football anyway, and it's just something to do, a bit of productivity, and it's just fun, just something different. And it's easy to do. We've got the stuff to do it. Why not? And but the day that it becomes like a bit more cooler, like the next level will be if we got any questions. So. Whether you leave them on Facebook, message them through Facebook or email, that'd be great. Feel free also, we've got our channel on YouTube, literally, Two Poms One Pod, and we put them up there if you can't listen via our web player or iTunes podcast for any reason, or you just want to, they're on iTunes, they're on YouTube there, so feel free to check us out there. And thanks for listening. Bye! What fun. I just had a nice fucking Champions League table and it literally just fucking vanished into thin air. Okay, anyways. I'm just going to put it on the TV.
It's a physical table that was forged by Champions League winning teams.
Yeah. We'd be there, you wouldn't be.
No, we wouldn't. We'll leave you to make your fucking Champions League table.